problem with that is it leaves grooves in my boards. And I can't palm sand that out. That's too deep. So what I do then is I take it from the sander, then I take it over to the router table and put, well, I take it back to the table saw and cut it to shape, cut it to size. Then I take it over to the router tables around the corners. So this is the bandsaw I have. It's exactly the one we have. And I use it for, I thought I was going to be resawing lumber with it when I bought it, but no, I cut circles now. I just cut circles with that thing. And it works great for it. So, yeah, it is what it is. So I have I think a 5/16 craft blade in that thing. But yeah, and I got to replace it. It's really dull right now. Router tables, I have two. So the two router tables I have, one is a flush trim bit. I'll have a picture of that next. I spent months trying to figure out flush trim bits. It is the royal pain of woodworking because if you get cheaper ones, it'll tear it out, it'll burn it. There's all kinds of things that will happen. I've tried up bits, I've tried down bits. I've never found anything that works. The second router table is a round over bit. So it's a 1/4 inch round over bit that I use to round over all the edges of my boards. Right? So this is what I found. This is a up-down bit, which means it shoots it out the side instead of the top or the bottom. It's really cool. It's $138, and I go through one of these about every 5 weeks. It's expensive, yes. I wish I could recycle those somehow. I don't like throwing that away, but that's what I use for my edging, and it works perfectly. I'll know when it's dull when it starts burning or chipping on me, but otherwise it just shoots it straight out. And that's really nice because you got to have something when you're doing as much as I am for routing out sides and corners and all that. And like in the charcuterie boards, I can't have that burning. You know, I can't, and cherry burns easy. This is mostly cherry wood, right? So I can't have this burning in here because I can't sand that out. So that's the bit I use, and it works really, really good. But it goes dull in about 5 weeks, and that's probably 120, 130 boards. But it is what it is, right? Questions? If you got a question, just raise your hand or say something. I do have a chop saw, and I only use it for one thing: coasters. I cut coasters with that. So I blew up 20 or 25 boards into a 2-foot section, and then I chop them into those, and then I take them to my little drum sander and sand them out, and then I'll wreck a piece of paper in a heartbeat. This edge maple, these are white maple, by the way, and there's 25 boards engraved in here, and it does nasty things to my sandpaper. It's nasty. So when we do it, like my son's coming this weekend, I have 3 bricks glued up already, so we're gonna cut out coasters, a lot of them. So, and I sell those wholesale. Besides these go real well in the summer at the craft fairs. I sell a lot of coasters at the craft fairs. So, if you don't know, and I'll go through this later, but I go to a lot of craft fairs. That's partly how I make my money, and I also have a wholesale client. So, or a couple of them. I do have a belt sander. I don't use the drum side of it, but I do use the belt sander. When my edges don't come out right corner, this is how I fix it. These round corners are done on that belt sander. I can't do this on the router table. This would fly out of my. So I do use that a lot. And the nice thing about that takes standard belts. I can get those at Farm and Fleet for like $4 or $5. So 6x24. That's what's really nice about it. It's cheap for sandpaper. I needed something cheap. Everything else is expensive. My jet sandpaper is $35 for 3 or 4 rolls. And it just keeps going up. Clamps. I have a lot of clamps. So I own 45 Bessie clamps, and I actually have 8 of those blue clamps now. those Rockler blue clamps for when I glue up these boards, these ones here, do a great job. I only have to run it through the sander maybe 6 times max. If I would have tried gluing that up with standard Bessie clamps, I'd have to run it a lot more. So I really like using it, but I found out I have to use 3 on a board. Because sometimes my board, I usually use about 2-inch strips. Sometimes they're waved up like this, and that takes it out. And that's what's really nice about it. So I usually have them piled up on my counter on my bench, and every day I go down there and glue some more up and glue some more up there. What you don't see right now in that picture is I put in a hoist. I'm getting old. I'm sorry. I put in a hoist at the end of that table up there. 400-pound hoist on a track. So, because when I glue up seven clamps on a board, that's 80 pounds. I just can't lift that anymore. So lift it up with a hoist, move the table out of the way, or move the table on drag, drop it on the floor, and I can slide it anywhere. Right? But yeah, I put in a hoist in my shop. Now, and the other thing is my shop's open. If anybody wants to come see my shop, you're welcome to come in. Just give me a call. Be happy to show you. Whoops. So my last slide for this before break is, this is how I buy wood. And I don't carry it down. I pay somebody to do it. But I buy 500 board feet of, now I get it at, Ron, where do I get it from? What's that guy's name? Bay Madison. And they have it, they grade it. So they have, it's called 90-90, which means there should be no sapwood on it and a few knots. I get better throughput with that. I don't get so many scraps. And so I've been buying that from them, and I buy 500 at board feet at a time. And then what I also do is they pull, like out of 10 stacks, they pulled 120 board feet of dark maple for me. Maple comes in sapwood and hardwood. The hardwood you'll know is white maple. Nobody wants the grill made, it's white. They all want them dark. I tried some white ones, they didn't sell. Made them dark. So this is maple, but it's all hardwood. And you can see on the back of some of these that, not these, but this is hard and it's dense. So they're made as cutting boards. And they work really well. So this is my last slide before break. Any questions on any of this product? What I do with it, how it works, anything? Sure.
How you, the up-down spiral bit?
Yeah.
Where do you use that on the board?
On the router table.
No, on the board.
Oh, so these corners, for one thing.
Okay.
And then what you'll see, I make round boards for a wholesaler, and I stick my template on there and zip it around the outside of that. Yes, sir.
I think they sell the double spiral ones that are like $200-300 for one of those.
Yeah, that one's $139. The 3/4 inch one's like that. That 1/2 inch one is about $139 at Amazon. They're expensive.
That's both up and down spirals on it.
Yep.
Doesn't that get more of a shear cut than a regular flex trim? This is actually at an angle, so you're getting a better advantage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still palm sand this.
Yeah.
You know, I palm sand the edges is what I really do because they're still a little rough. And but that bit for like the round ones and my other boards, there's nothing like it. And it took me a long time to find that bit. I did a lot of research. I started with the big 3/4 one and I spent $200 for it. And oh no, that's just too much. And then I found this one I have. And
what size diameter is this one?
1/2 inch.
1/2 inch. Okay.
Double bearings on back.
And what speed are you spinning that at?
6,000.
Okay.
Fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so small.
Yeah.
And it's loud. It is loud. My wife doesn't like me running that tool.
And how thick of a cut do you take?
How much?
About a 1/16 of an inch.
Oh no, I can't take a bandsaw and make it that close. So like in the circles, you know, I take my template, I circle it, and then I cut around that outside line. Well, I'm not that
Oh,
quick.
no, I'm talking on the bit. on that spinning bit that.
Yeah, so I take off 1/8 to 1/4.
Or no, in one pass.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I slow down when I hit those. But she'll take it. This thing works great, especially spinning at 6,000. It doesn't work real well when you go past the 1/2 inch. When she's burrowing through it, but if you stay under a 1/2 inch, she'll just take it out. And when she's new, she'll go through anything, even aluminum, because I've messed up a few times.
A normal flush trim bit will burn certain woods. Do you see that because this has a better shear angle, you're not getting as much burn?
Correct.
Okay.
And tear out. Those are the two things I can't handle is burn and tear out. The round over will still burn a little bit, and I gotta sand those out, but those aren't too bad. But flush trim bits, if you burn with that, that's just a bugger to sand out. And I don't wanna do it. I just don't wanna do it. So that's why I buy those bits, and that's a good chunk of my profit right there is that bit. But I'll tell you what, it saves me a whole mess of other work. I use sandpaper, and sandpaper's not cheap either. Right? Yep.
That's what a lot of people do is trim it close and then they'll do a very light last pass to take out that burn on the edge.
I'm not that qualified. Are you kidding? I get the bearings up to my template, and if I can get it so that the template sticks to the wood, it's a good day. That double step tape is working, yay!
They just a hair more of a cut, take a second cut and then just.
But see, you need a fence for that, and that'd be a straight edge. If you're doing like this inside of this handle here,
Well, you can do that with a free edge.
yeah, I don't know how, but that'd be tough. But it works. I mean, it took me a long time to find that bit, but it really works, and I'm really happy with it. All right, any other questions? Yeah,
Do you do custom work for people?
all the time.
All the time.
So like that top board up there, that's a custom board. I did Gigi so far. I've done Mama Grills. I've done a couple of those. I charge $10 extra usually for a custom board. And I have them built, so I can print them pretty quick. Done.
You did that one for me where you took a picture
Yeah,
and laser cut it.
yeah, I can take pictures too and do that. They're a little harder, but they can be done. I had to get Adobe Illustrated to run my glow forges. And so if I go back to my glow forges. Yeah, so this, you can't see them real well in this picture, but this is my 2 glow forges. I have 2. And I can put a 21-inch wide piece in there and it will cut about 9-10 inches, but I can actually put wider in there. So that's why you see mine are like 7.5, 8 inches, because it's a perfect cut for the laser. And I cut deep. So like this Christmas board takes 3.5 hours to cut that board. Yeah, now the problem with the laser printers is they give off a lot of smoke. So what they did is I took one, you can't see it real back there, but there's a big fan right behind it that's really quiet, not back there, but on the picture. Sorry. And that vents both of my glow forges out the back window. And it's quiet. They actually like the smell. I talked to Scott, and he said, that's not a bad smell.
It's a barbecue smell. Somebody's having a barbecue.
Yeah, well, it's a wood smell, you know, but what?
Someone's having a barbecue.
So anyway, what I want to do is give you an idea of what I've got here. Oops, over here. So for example, here's one that I glossed, right? But I don't gloss them anymore. They take me 2 weeks to do, and I can't sell enough of them fast enough. So we don't gloss them anymore. So this is the one of them that I'll be auctioning, or I'll be taking off tonight. What else do we have in here? You have your choice. Like this board here, I've only sold 2, and I don't sell it anymore. So You guys can have it. If you don't want it, I'll throw it away. That's okay, but
No, somebody will take it.
yeah, that's what I figured. That's what my wife said. Don't throw that away. Okay, okay. I do have a couple holidays. I do have a Thanksgiving board. I do. I don't know if I have one in here. No, that's the only Halloween board I have.
Oh, that's the one I would want.
Everything's for sale, all right?
One of these houses, they come mask on. Face.
Oh, you lucked out.
Oh. Okay. Now we gotta win.
And then I've got an Independence Day. Oh, whoops, lost my thing here. And I got Independence Day. So after, I will take a break. After Ron does his giveaways and all that, we will use the red tickets again. And I will pull names out and you can come up and pick a board. There's 11 of them. I'm sorry I couldn't get one for everybody, but I hope this is better than nothing at least. And
Wait until the 11th before you pick the Halloween one.
You need to gloss more.
yeah.
Wait until the 11th one to pick the Halloween.
So before we break, and we're gonna get into this at the end, but something to think about while we're doing that. With education, I want to offer classes. All right, I'm gonna be offering classes on just about everything. So with my stuff, any 4 people want a class, ad hoc, and you do not have to be a member because it's in my house. So, but you have to attend at least. You can't just send somebody else, but that'd be a little weird. But anyway, that's what we want to do. We want to get more people involved, and I want to get more people in training because there might be something you don't do or you don't do and I do. There might be something you could show me. Who knows, right? But we can make any of these boards. And what I'll do then is on the back, instead of putting my logo, I'll put made by you. You know, now it's kind of late, but what I thought was a good thing for April would be to do a grandmother's board for your wife or your mom's board for your wife or your grandma, whatever, you know what I mean? That'd be cool to give to your wife. But it's getting kind of late. I just started this thing, so the grill mates are big for the summer and Father's Day. That's the best Father's Day. So when I have a craft fair in June that I will be going to, and I bring in a whole lot of those. Christmas one, that board at Christmas time sells like there's no tomorrow. All right, questions? Just the food safe mineral oil. You gotta be able to put food on them.
So how refinish?
I'll give you a paper if you buy one from me, which is about every 6 months, or if the board looks dry, re-oil it. I'll give you a care sheet with it.
Because a lot of people don't realize you have to be buying oil.
Right, well, this is why I went with gloss, because you don't have to re-gloss it. It's nice. So the trays, I think I'm still gonna re-gloss, but they're the only ones. The rest of them, you know, whatever.
With the gloss ones, with the light marks kind of doing?
That's not a cutting board.
Oh.
So the only cutting boards I make are these two. And the reason why, if you go to a craft fair, everybody sells cutting boards. Jesus Christ, everybody sells cutting boards. And guys sell cribbage boards like there's no tomorrow. So I try to make things that are different, you know? This is my design anyway, and I own some of these designs that I paid for to have done, but you know, I'm trying to be different. And like one of the things that somebody keeps asking me for is those noodle boards. Yeah, that's it. So this is what I want to ask the group. When I go to these craft fairs, I have extra room. Okay, because at Holy Hill, I have 2 8x10 booths. I don't have enough stuff for all this. If anybody here wants to make anything, I will happily try to sell it for you. If you don't want the money, you can donate it to the guild. lots of things, but I want everybody to think about this. If you make something and you want to give it a try of selling it, you don't have to worry about sales tax or any of that stuff. I'll take care of it. But think about it. Give me a call. My cards are up here. I'd be happy to take a try of it. Now, I can't do something real big, but I don't know if you know what a noodle board is. It's that board that sits on top of a stove with a couple of handles on it, so people can put stuff on it instead of the board, instead of the thing it is. I could make one of those, but I just don't have time.
They're not hard to make.
No, I agree, but it's time. I don't have a lot of it. Yes,
How do you determine your pricing? If you have a certain board, a certain size, but you use different woods, or you adjust for that, or you figure out?
well, what I try to do is make 30 to 40% off my wood. That's my goal. Now, coasters I do better on than wood these, but I can't take care of my time. I love doing this too much, but if I tried taking care of my time, I wouldn't make anything and I'd cry. So I don't. So, and also what the market will bear. You know, this is the Midwest. Yeah, he's laughing at me. Yeah, uh-huh. Right. So these two here, those two racks, I sell those boards for $58 a piece, except for the Christmas board, which is 64.
Spain, that double, triple that price.
If I was in New York or Seattle, oh yeah, I bet you I'd have a great time, but I'm in the Midwest. So I live and breathe it, you know. Now I'm going to the Cranberry Fest this year. So I hope I can make enough product for that. That's in Warren, Wisconsin. That's in September.
That's like in New York, if it's not high enough, they think there's something wrong with it. So you got high price in New York.
Yeah, but also I can't imagine what a table costs me. Probably cost me $1,000 for a table out there.
Yeah, who knows, but
Yeah.
they literally think there's something wrong. If you're not paying a high price, they think there's something wrong.
Right. So after the break, I'm gonna go through income, how I make money. The craft fairs, and my wholesale clients. And then, last thing is some more training. I'm gonna talk more about training at the end. All right? Thank you.
We'll take 10 or 15 minutes.
Take our seats, please. Guys, the raffle and show and tell.
To get aboard is 90 of the red tickets.
Little ways.
090.
090. Oh, Jerry, excellent. So you can have any board out of the bin or those two up there.
How about the Halloween one?
Knock yourself out.
Take it.
I'm probably not gonna win. Hey, quiet here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're welcome. The next one, 119. Oh, Gordon. All right, Gordon.
One of these, you.
Hey, he's trying.
I like Keith. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
In the basket.
In the basket. Gordon in the basket.
We're on top.
Take the Halloween one.
How many days more suggestions for feeling your Jane?
How about that? Yeah, it is. Daughters. Have fun. All right, next victim, 137.
Oh, Jim.
Thanks, man. 085 is the next one.
Oh,
That's you. That's you.
and I had 084.
Go down,
Yeah, we trust Tammy.
That's been happening more than often than not.
116.
Oh, Jeff.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, sorry.
115.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir.
I'll trade you tickets. Oh, Floyd.
All it's left is Halloween.
Yeah, not quite, not quite.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. 092.
Okay, what am I picking from?
Is it?
Down there.
No, no, huh?
No. Yours are the closest one.
Over here?
Yeah.
These?
Yeah, I need the shiny one.
The shiny ones?
Oh, my goodness. I got a Halloween one there.
Yes, they do.
No.
You might as well pick the Halloween one.
I should pick the Halloween one?
Sure.
Is your mom, is your wife a grandma?
God, no. They're all picking out outfit.
124.
What's the number?
124.
Oh, Mike.
All right.
Mary's gonna be very happy, thank you.
You bet. 094.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, three.
I think we dropped one too, Mark.
Oh, just pick that. 129.
Say again?
129. One, two, nine. Call it already.
No, couldn't.
Once, twice. 091.
Oh, God. Getting close.
Well, one now. One less.
Last four, 095.
Jumped all around.
Don't feel bad.
You're welcome. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you for getting them on. Yeah. Is your wife a Nana? All right. Keep going. So I want to talk a little bit about training and workshops. I mentioned it earlier before. That's good. And I dropped it. Am I still on? With education, we as a guild have decided that we want to really take education and workshops to the next step. I'm happy to say that I volunteered. You're not out already.
Right
How about now? Did I break it?
No.
Right. Hello.
Sure, darn. All right. Oh. Keep going, yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what you did.
Well, I'll take the mic then. Give me the mic. Got it now? Well, all right, good. As a guild, I feel we haven't done enough of this to offer to our people, and this is what we really want to change. We really want to pass on the knowledge from, I hate to say myself as an old guy, but as an old guy to younger people or different people. You don't have to know woodworking. For my courses, you don't need to be a member of the guild. I would encourage bringing a friend or somebody who might want to become a member of the guild. We will use it for that if we could. Also, we're going to try to put something in writing, and this is what I did. So April and May are kind of shot because we started so late, but for next year, April and May, we will have courses. And April will be a nanoboard of some kind. In May will be grill mates. Then in October, November, I hope to work with the toy groups. Gary gave me plans for American Girl bunk beds. So my scraps actually fill that cut list to about 90%. So I'm gonna just keep cutting that stuff up and putting together doll sets, bunk bed sets. And then I will be first come, first serve, but I will be offering to make Christmas boards in November. So those take a bit. Those takes 4 hours to engrave those things. But the nice thing about it is you don't have to make one thing. I mean, I use the same board for 8 different boards. So we're all going to make boards the same way, and then we're going to engrave them a different way. And then, like I said, I will be happy to put your name on the back. More than happy. So keep that in thought. The other thing I need to stress is I don't have enough product for my showcases. So if anybody's got any product they would like to sell, please come and see me and talk to me. I'd be happy to put it up on my craft fairs without a problem. All right. How do I make money? Let's start with that a little bit. I have 2 types of clients. Well, I have a few wholesale clients where I don't charge sales tax to. And I make a crap load of boards for those people. He orders 80 boards at a clip sometimes. I keep busy. And then I go to craft fairs and I sell retail. So that is a typical order of my wholesale guy. Then there are a lot of boards. And the round ones are a pain to make. The 16-inch round ones, because I got to start out with a bigger one, then cut it out, and I waste a lot of wood. And it's, the leftovers are the corners. Well, what do you do with that besides burn it? I don't even make coasters with that. Yeah. So now the one thing I should probably tell you about my boards, the one thing I don't do, I don't take a physical board, 2 physical boards into one of these boards. If I don't have enough, I don't have enough. Now, a lot of times I can make one of those little boards out of my cherry, but the reason why I do that is if I used a different physical board on one of these, this would not be a uniform color. Neither would these. And so when I look at other people's stuff, they'll cut up 5 boards of cherry and then put them all together and make boards out of them. Well, now this is sapwood, this is heartwood, this is a redder wood. It's not pretty at all. So I don't make boards. So I have leftovers, a lot of them. But I think it makes a better product. I really do. All right, next slide. Craft fairs. This is my last slide for the night. These are the craft fairs I'm in this year. A lot of them. Now, I'll probably narrow them down for next year. I'm trying to find out which ones do well at, and which ones I don't do well at. But the ones with the star on it are the ones that I'm looking for product on. I have big booths there, and at Holy Hill, I have two 10x10s. And I don't have enough product for two 10x10s. So, could we publish this in the Ripsaw if possible, if people want to keep track of it? Okay. I'll send it to you. So this is what I'm doing. Anybody want to come out and visit me? You know, if your wife wants to go to a craft fair and I'm there, hey, why not go with her, you know? Please do. Please come and visit me. See how this works. It's like I said, if somebody wants to make noodle boards, hey, I bet you I can sell a few of those. Anything else, please do. Gary made me those little mice that he makes. He made me 10 of those. And so I'm selling those for him on my shows. And those are nice because they're really small. But like pens or anything like that, I'll be happy to sell it. And, you know, it's what it is. And like I said, I am going to the Cranberry Fest. That is the show of all shows. I'm a little scared. I don't know if I can have enough product for that. But that's supposed to be a Christmas show. What's that?
Where's the Cranberry Festival located?
Warren, Wisconsin. Halfway between Madison and Eau Claire. And try to get a hotel during that time, good luck. But that show starts at 7 in the morning and goes till 5 at night, Friday and Saturday. They bring buses in from Minneapolis for that show. It is wall-to-wall people. I think I'll do well there if I can have enough product to do it with. But we'll see. So that's what I'll be doing, especially if I don't have any spring shows, which is fine. I just make product. You know, put them in bins, and away we go. All right, that is all I have. I thank you for having me today. I hope you enjoyed what I at least had to say a little bit, but it's been fun. And like I said, you'll see more from me regarding training and workshops. And if there's something anybody wants to see built, if I can help you out with it, I will. Just please come talk to me or email me or call me. My cards are up here. As far as training classes, any 4 people with an ad hoc class want to make something, just call me and we'll set up a time. It's usually 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. 1 day to glue up the wood, 2nd day is to finish the wood. And then it's usually a 3rd day if you want to finish it because I've got to, we'll have to engrave it. You don't have to watch that, that's kind of boring. And then finishing it. And I want you to finish your own board. Sure. Oh, I'm in Waukesha. I'm off of Racine Avenue by that Nanuka Park or whatever. You know, I can't remember the name of that thing is called. That one. I'm kitty corner from that. I'm right off of Springbrook South. So I'm right over there. My shop's in the basement. And it works pretty good.
How large area do you have for shop?
I don't know.
Good size.
Yeah.
Good size. 20 by 25, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. What's,
20 by 30.
yeah, it could be.
Good size.
Yeah. The one thing I don't have is a joiner. I don't use a joiner. My table saw, I use forest blades in it. But the reason why I use forest blades is because you can sharpen them 10 times. I sharpen my blades about every month and a half, and I have 5 of them right now. I go through table saw blades like there's no tomorrow. And I put a stabilizer on it. I can cut with my table saw good enough to make up my glue joints. I don't need a joiner for it. And so I don't have one. If my board is too, yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If my board's too warped where I can't get it out of the planer, then it just goes in the scrap file. But I don't see a lot of those. Most of them are cupped. And a cup I can take out with the planer.
Do you sharpen the blades yourself, or do you send them?
I take them over to Rockler, and that guy comes every Monday morning. He engraves my logo on there, but he doesn't charge a lot. You know, and he'll tell me when I can't sharpen them anymore, but a forged blade is typically 10 times I can sharpen it. And it works really, really well. They're expensive. They're $200, but with a stabilizer on that saw stop, it rocks. It just rocks. And if you have come over for a class, or if you just want to visit, please, anytime. Or if you want to work, I'll take any help. But yeah, no, I'll walk you through what I know, you know, and it's different for everybody, right? The whole thing with us is, you know, you don't want to cut it too short and cut it again, and it's still too short. And I've done that, and it hurts. So, and I smashed my thumb. So, but otherwise, that's all I have for today.
Thank you, Mark. Well, did anybody have anything that I might have forgotten tonight?
Last call for sure.
All right, then we are adjourned. Thank you. Drive safe.